Hi, everybody. I missed you. Last week was Shavuos, and the week before that, Eddie was visiting us. So I'm so glad to be back today and reading to you. And I just wanted to talk a minute about Shavuos and that we missed being together for Shavuos. So I have a book about Shavuos that you may have heard before. But I think it's really an important book, and we could talk a little bit about it and see if some new ideas come up from it. So on Tuesday, I was lucky to be able to go into the JCC and get some more PJ Library books. Hi, Peter. And I was excited that I could pick up some new books. Andrea Bergman's been wonderful about getting me some. Hi, Maria. Getting me some books so that I had books to read today, and especially PJ Library books. So last Friday and Saturday was Shavuos, and I always go to my book. It's called My Jewish Year, and it's about all the celebrations. And in here it has a whole story about Shavuos and what it means. And it tells me about how during Passover we became free, and that was very, very important to us. We didn't want to be slaves anymore. And after that, on Shavuos, why we celebrate Shavuos is because we got the Ten Commandments. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. So the Ten Commandments are very important. We want freedom, but we also sometimes need some rules. And this book is going to explain those rules to you. And so the name of the book is No Rules from Michael. As I said, I'm sure a lot of you have seen this book before. It's written by Sylvia A. Rouse. And she actually came to the JCC once. She's a wonderful storyteller, and she's written many, many books. And it's illustrated by Susan Simon. So illustrated means these pictures that are in the book are done by Susan Simon. So she's an artist. And the book was published by Carbon Library, which is... Carbon Publishing Company is a big company that I think all the PJ Library books come from Carbon, or most of them. And I also want to shout out to Andrea Bergman, part of PJ Library, and thank her for all her help in the books that she gets us. And to tell you that if you haven't already gotten PJ Library books, just go to pjlibrary.org and you can sign up for a free book. And it comes once a month to your child. It's their special gift, comes in the mail, and it's very exciting. So if you haven't already signed up for PJ Library, as I said, pjlibrary.org, and you will be receiving a free library book. So let's start reading about No Rules for Michael. Okay, so Michael is the little boy in the picture, and he's in school. We hope to be in school soon, and he is in school with his teacher. And here he is in the center of the circle time. And Michael's class was learning about the Ten Commandments. So let's see how many children are there. Can you count them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 children and the teacher. Well, let's see. Looks like a dinosaur is visiting them too, right? When the Jewish people received the Torah, his teacher said, they received the Ten Commandments, God's special rules that show us how to live. We should not hurt others. We should not steal. We should honor our parents, Miss Sharon explained. So there's something about those commandments that Miss Sharon is reading. They all say not and don't. I like to say it in the positive. So we should be kind to others, and we should take care of our own things and not take from others. So there's other ways to say those things. We also have special rules here at school, she continued. Can you think of some of the rules we had in our classroom? And I'm sure that's true of all of you. When you were in school, we had rules in our classroom. They're very important. It's very important to have rules, right? What do you think? You shouldn't hit anyone, Julie answered, or stand on the furniture, added Sam. Who stands on the furniture? Uh-oh, look at him. He's trying to stand on the furniture. Looks like he's going to fall, right? It's not a good thing. You should share toys. We're always talking about that. Sharing is so important with our friends. And help at cleanup time. That's important too. We want to clean up the toys. Make sure that our room is neat, right? So those are important rules. What do you think? You think they're important? What do you think? Let's see what Michael thinks. Michael was sitting with a frown on his face. Miss Sharon looked at him and asked, do you have something to add, Michael? Look at him. Look at how he looks. See, that frown means he's looking unhappy. See how he's looking? He's got his arms closed and he's got a face on. And so that's why she said that. She knew right away that he wasn't so happy, right? I don't like rules, Michael replied. It would be a lot more fun if we could do whatever we wanted. School would be the best place if we didn't have any rules. Do you think that's true? Do you think that it would be okay if we didn't have rules? What do you think? Think about that for a minute. Well, we're going to find out what happens in his classroom without any rules. Miss Sharon smiled and said, all right, Michael, tomorrow we won't have any rules in our classroom. Then you can decide if you like having rules or not. Yippee, shouted Michael. He was happy. All right, so what do you think? Think this is going to be a good thing? This is going to be interesting. Michael's going to learn a lot. Let's see what happens. The next morning, Michael ran into the classroom. He was so excited that there would be no rules. So you see him there. Look at how excited he is. And you can see on his face that he is happy. Our face tells a lot about how we feel, right? You could see, I'm happy because I'm here reading to you. So that makes me happy. Suddenly, he tripped over Julie's backpack and nearly fell on the floor. Oh no, how do you think he felt about that? Look, the backpack's on the floor, see it? Guess what Julie said? Hey Julie, your backpack is supposed to be in your cubby, yelled Michael. No, it's not, replied Julie. There are no rules today. It's true, right? No rules today. She's right. But what happened? Michael almost got hurt with no rules. We don't want our friends to get hurt. So maybe putting your backpack in the cubby is a good rule, right? Michael shrugged and walked to the puzzle table. As he began working on a puzzle, Rachel grabbed one of the pieces. And again, you can see his facial expression. This illustrator is really good at making Michael look like how he's feeling. We could tell he's not happy with Rachel. I need that piece, cried Michael. Give it back. There aren't any rules today, Rachel reminded him with a giggle. I don't have to share. Uh-oh, looks like he needs that piece of puzzle to finish his puzzle. Again, twice. The backpack, now the puzzle piece. Michael is not enjoying No Rules Day. At circle time, Michael wanted to show his friends his new dinosaur, but no one would listen to him. See his dinosaur up there? He's got a big dinosaur that he wants to share with everybody. Oh, you see it? There he is. David was racing his new car back and forth across the floor as several children squealed with delight. Oh, hi, Sandy. How are you? How are your kids? And here he is down here, David. racing his car back and forth. You see him? You have to be quiet. It's my turn now, Michael demanded. No, we don't, responded David. There are no rules today. Right? No rules today. All right. I know that's the third time that these rules aren't working for Michael, right? On the playground, Michael waited for his turn on the tricycle. Sam was pretending to be a firefighter, racing to a burning building. Wow, that's fun when we play on the playground, right? And we pretend to play these games with our imagination. He zoomed by Michael several times. Woo! He screamed, trying to sound like a siren. May I have a turn now, Sam? Michael asked hopefully. No, sang Sam in his siren voice. What do you think he said? There are no rules today. And here's Michael running after Sam, who's got the tricycle. Again, do you think that Michael's happy? These rules are not working for him, right? At snack time, Jonah playfully grabbed some of Michael's crackers without asking. Michael didn't say anything because he thought to himself, he knows what is going to be said. Jonah's going to say to him, what? There are no rules today. So here you see him and how upset he looks. Again, Susan Simon does a really good job in showing us how Michael feels through each of these difficult times that he's going through. What's wrong, Michael? Miss Sharon asked gently. I thought having no rules would be fun, Michael tearfully replied. I could do whatever I wanted, but I haven't been able to do anything I want today. No one will listen to me. No one will give me a turn. No one will share. I guess rules are important. Rules show people how to care about each other. And again, what's happening to Michael here? Can you see the tears rolling down his eyes? Again, Susan Simon, the illustrator, is showing us on Michael's face how he feels. Feelings are important. Miss Sharon hugged Michael. You're right, she agreed. That's why God gave us the 10 Commandments. And that's why we have rules here at school. We need to treat others the way we want to be treated. Do you think we could have our rules back tomorrow? Asked Michael. Did you ever think that he was going to ask for the rules back? I didn't. What do you think? Do you think you would like to have rules in school or not have rules in school? I think Michael showed us that rules are important. How about right now, replied Miss Sharon with a smile. Children, when you finish your snack, it's cleanup time. Yippee, shouted Michael as he rushed to be the first one to pick up the toys. And here you see them getting ready. And what are they going to do next? Let's see what they're going to do. They're going to write their rules and make sure that they go over their rules and that everybody knows the rules of the classroom. So I think we learned from this story that rules are important. And that's how I read the book, even though I know some of you may have read it before. And we should have rules. I know that you guys are at home with your parents and maybe a brother or a sister. And so it's really important to have those rules at home. And so I thought maybe with your family you could make some rules. So I took a piece of paper and I drew this arc at the top, and then I opened it up and I numbered it 1 through 10 because there are 10 commandments. And the first one I wrote says, listen to your parents. And so maybe your family can sit down sometime today when you have some time and write the important rules in your house. They don't have to be the same as the Ten Commandments. They can be rules that are right for your family. And I think it would be fun to have those rules and to make those, and it would be helpful while you're at home to have rules. So that's it for today. I hope to see you again next Friday with a different book. Don't forget pjlibrary.org to get a free PJ Library book. And Shabbat Shalom. Bye, everybody. See you soon.